Behind. It was having technical difficulties. Must have walked into a dead zone. The timer was still ticking, but the damn picture, everything had froze. It was still getting the audio. I mean, it was still getting the audio. So we're gonna pick up where we left off. This place stay packed, son. Stay packed. Surrogates in the making, man. I mean, it's so clear. So freaking clear what's taking place, man. But yeah, like I was saying, when you move beyond the radius, you're not able to wirelessly charge your body, and that gasping is static. You see people gasping, like they show you in the movies, or when people are unable to receive the air, because it isn't all the time that these people, like move beyond the radius of being charged in regard to them going to space, because they have dead zones that they could actually manipulate. And those dead zones representative of them changing the energy. You know what I'm saying? They have certain dead zones that exist on Earth where you go into certain facilities and they don't have like air that you could breathe in, or the energy. They call it like an airtight room. You know what I'm saying? In other words, they change the energy settings. So if somebody was to go inside that room where it ain't got no air, that's a dead zone. Just like I just walked into a dead zone just now when I was walking, doing this video. The timer was ticking, but the picture froze. You know what I mean? But everything was still recording. So it's like when you walk into a dead zone, it's like you're in an area. You could be in an area that exists within the radius, but within the radius, look at that area where it's a dead zone as a pocket. It's like a pocket of sort of like a void or an alternation of the energy, wireless energy, which is oxygen. You know what I mean? So they have dead zones that they manipulate, and you have authentic dead zones. You know what I mean? Space. You know what I mean? Authentic dead zones. And when you hear the people gasping, that will be translated into static. Like when somebody will have a wireless, I gave the example, a wireless phone move far away from the base, or you could have a walkie-talkie or some type of electronic device that needs to be linked to a hub. When it moves beyond that radius where it can receive that signal, now it begins to give off that static sound. That's gasping for air. You know what I mean? To connect the dots, gotta think outside the box. You know what I mean? So, the blood, you know what I mean? Liquid, light, you know what I mean? Different colors represent different vibration. I don't know if y'all was seeing it because the resolution kind of low on this camera, but I could see certain veins. You could see it's green, like a dark green or a violet color. That represents the
I was out the game about it.
Follow me?
Even having that.
Yeah, it's
That represents the strands of DNA, the energy. When they telling you that you got all these different strands of DNA, and that these different strands of DNA is basically dormant, they just basically talking about energy that you are unaware of that exists inside your vessel. You know what I mean? But the energy is making itself known by materializing itself into different strands of DNA, which is what they will call different fluids. Or, the matrix definition is junk DNA. Junk. God doesn't deal with junk. Why in the hell would the higher mental beings put something in your body that's called junk DNA, but yet at the same time, these scientists says that this junk DNA is offline, and if it was to come online, it would raise consciousness dramatically. So how is it junk? You know what I mean? It's like they telling you what they want you to assume it is, but at the same description is to the present that you're waiting on now, which is a sacrificial wave band. You know what I mean? That red blood symbolizes a sacrifice. So they want you to keep vibing on that sacrificial wave band. You know what I mean? So you keep vibing on that sacrificial wave band. There's no ascension. You're a believer. You make all your decisions based in feelings. You can't figure anything out. You accepted the illusion that you just have to wait until your DNA becomes online. Because ready yet. Nah. You ain't ready because you're not disciplined. It's not like you have to wait for something to happen. What you have to do is get serious. That's the something that's going to happen. To get serious, man. You got to get serious about the ascension. You know what I mean? And you will begin to start seeing things how the gods see it. Not how man wants you to see it. Junk DNA. Get the hell out of here, B. Hell to the no. So yeah, man, that chart, and notice that they call it potential. Now you know that the potential doesn't necessarily mean absolute. When they're using the words like potential, it means that it has the ability to achieve this specific vibration, but that will be determined by the user. So the potential is like a term that they use to say it can be done, but it's all up to the user if they want to do it. Because realistically speaking, everybody on the damn planet has the potential to be a crackhead. You know what I mean? Everybody on the planet has the potential to be a crackhead. They only become the crackhead when they exercise the potential. You know what I mean? Everybody got the potential on the planet to contract a disease. You know what I'm saying? When they exercise the potential to receive the disease, then they obtain it. You know what I mean? So the guard race got the potential to access higher light codes, which is what the DNA is. But they're not exercising it. So because they're not exercising it, they're not utilizing the potential, son. You know what I mean? They're not utilizing the potential. They got too comfortable being black.
I got that.
Got too comfortable being a human. Caught up in the twilight zone.
There ain't no batteries as far as this.
Know what I mean? So you all have it installed in your body, son. All the carbonated beings have those higher forms of light codes or dormant strands of DNA in the vessel. They all have it. You know what I'm saying? We all got it. But a lot of us is not going to activate it because the way how they've been hacked. They've been hacked, which have to do with them running a consciousness that replicates the matrix. They have a replica consciousness of the matrix. So whatever the matrix program in this motherboard, they run it through their operating system known as consciousness, and they begin to live it out. Now they live in it. You know what I mean? So they ain't exercising the potential because they have been hacked from exercising the potential. Even people that hear this message, you know what I mean, or hear these words. Even the people that hear these words is gonna be like, yo, that makes sense. But you know what? They still not gonna exercise the potential, son. Because the hack is so deeply rooted into their blood codes, you know what I'm saying, which is algorithms. You know what I'm saying? We ain't supposed to be operating on no ones and O's algorithms, son. We got etheric codes in our DNA. Etheric codes in our DNA we got. We ain't supposed to be like these humans with the ones and the O's algorithms. But because they hacked the blood, installed it with a whole bunch of ones and O's, it's like they've been hacked dramatically that they can't find the energy within themselves to even take it beyond the hack. You know what I mean? They can't take it beyond the hack. They hacked up in the game, son. Now some of the cats be like, yo, you effed up in the game? Yo, they hacked up in the game, son. These cats is hacked up in the game right now. But I see what it is. The only reason why those people, now we all were subject to being hacked. Hack, you know, could be used as another term that represents mind control. You know what I mean? Hack could be used as another term that represents mind control. So it's like the reason why they are unable to go beyond the hack, because those vehicles need to be tossed to the wayside. Because those vehicles have been compromised, known as the vessels that you see these souls utilize in this spirit world, which is what they call a black man or black woman, the bodies. Those bodies is like we're in a time frame that leads up or is actually playing out why those bodies need to be destroyed, son. Because we're seeing it right now. We're living and the answer is being revealed why they need to be tossed to the wayside. It's too much there's too much degeneracy going on right now, and in order for you to take it to the next level, the damn degeneracy got to be purged out of the body, son. They got to be burned out of the body, son. They got to be burned out. You got to be burned out. So when it's being burned out, those bodies are going through what they need to go through because they're in a malfunction state. And you see how they operating right now, that's because they are under a malfunction operation. When you get some type of machinery, and the machinery got glitches and bugs in it, You see how it is malfunction, and under that term malfunction, it doesn't operate how it should operate. You know what I mean? The machine begins to start operating in a way that is a hazard to the user. You get a blender that's malfunctioning. It has the potential, to short circuit something, cause a fire, cut your damn fingers off. You get a stove that's malfunctioning. It got the potential to blow up the damn house. You get a car that's malfunctioning. It got the potential to brakes ain't working. You know what I'm saying? You trying to turn off the highway, the car just shut off. You run right into the damn divider, son. So when you're looking at these vehicles, these carbonated beings, these bodies that these souls is using, they are malfunctioning because they're not operating as gods. So those bodies need to be, you know what I'm saying? Yo, the beast is going to be all, he's going to be all on those bodies, just like spare parts. Just like spare parts. You know what I mean? Spare parts. The beast used those bodies for spare parts. That's why he shoot them down, drug them up, basically poison them. And when their bodies go to that biological file cabinet, which is the cemetery, they take damn near all the organs out of the bodies and they use it for other machines. They put it in other machines known as other bodies, whether it's a human body or a carbon body. They take those body parts out and they use it in other machines, biological machines, biological computers. You know what I mean? So those bodies can only be used for spare parts because they have no value. Because if they really had value, they would be working for the higher gods, and the higher gods would make sure that they don't experience no kind of turmoil. But for the mere fact they're experiencing all these turmoils, it shows that they are unworthy to work for the gods. So now what? The beast hires them full time. Full time they work for the beast. Their whole consciousness is like job duties that represents advocating the beast. You know what I mean? Represents advocating the beast. No doubt, no doubt. So we're actually, the answers is being told to us. So when you get there, there's going to be no questions. As I stated before, everything that you see out here is a damn answer. It's all answers. So there's never going to be a question, at least for the ones that could think. The emotional ones are always going to have a damn question because they don't have what it takes to accept reality. They want to live in this bubble. You know what I mean? So no questions should be asked. Just look out the freaking window, man. All the race is moving about on the land. They're moving like beef. A whole bunch of beef is all flowing codes. Their DNA codes, which is operating system. Smoking cigarettes. Here you are, literally ingesting poison. Now you know that person ain't right in the mind, son. You know their body has been compromised. You're sitting up here smoking cigarettes, poison. You're smoking something that was deliberately created to destroy you. You're supposed to be vibrating high. You're supposed to be some high being, ascending, conscious, all this and all that, in something that was literally brought into existence to destroy you. Literally. It's not even hypothetically speaking. made specifically to kill. You know what I mean? And you are smoking it, but you operating under. I'm good. I'm conscious. I'm vibing. I know. I'm gonna quit. You're gonna quit when your body's in the damn casket. That's when you're gonna quit. You sitting up here drinking mad liquor, eating fake food. The fake food was created to give you diseases. You know what I mean? But you sitting up here eating it, saying to yourself, I'm good, I'm a god, I'm a goddess, I'm good. Don't worry about that, I got this, okay. The illusion of being in control when you're not in control. You know what I mean? Straight up. So these bodies, you're looking at determination. We're caught up in the phases or the cycle that actually gives you answers and a clear description of why these bodies need to be put in the motherfucking ground, son. You know what I mean? New bodies need to be made. Those old bodies are going to be the damn energy source or the force is going to be used to make new bodies so the souls could be inside of. Because these bodies that's coming out of these women's womb or coming through the womb of a woman, I ain't gonna say the damn woman. It's coming through the womb of a thought. It's a bunch of damn demons, man. This dude threw a damn window at a damn rock or whatever the hell it was. The damn van broke the window. Come on. But he's telling me he respects his mother. If you respect your mother, you're gonna carry yourself on a frequency where, which reflects you honoring her. How you respect your mother and you out here disrespecting other people's property? You know what I mean? So you know that I know what it is, man. I'm not emotional to none of this stuff that's taking place because it's something that needs to happen so that these new vessels could be in operation mode so we could do what we need to do, which is run this whole sector of space. This whole sector of space. But they got the carbonated beings thinking so damn small. Yo, we need to go back to Africa. You was ruling the whole sector of space. You want to settle for a breadcrumb in a bakery. They got you thinking mad small. The hell with Africa. Because when we, the lords, you know what I mean, the space lords, run this whole sector of space again, what you know to be Africa is not going to be called Africa. We're going to name it something completely different. We're going to name all these damn positions on a planet completely different. You know what I mean? We're going to say what it is. Not no beast. We're going to put the right vibration in accordance with these constellations out here. Instead of calling a constellation Orion's Belt or the Andromeda system, Draco system, we're not going to call it that. We're not going to call it Polaris, Vega, Navi. We're not going to call it none of these fake ass descriptions. We're going to give it the right and exact name or vibrations or tone that's applicable to that constellation. You know what I mean? You got work to do. I've been working for the beast so long, and y'all be complaining. Y'all ain't got what it takes to work for God, son. Because when you work for God, there is no rest. There is no sleep. It's constant work. And you all know that black people hate to work, especially together. Yo, man, I'm about to get up out of here. Quick little video right there. I already know what it is. Hit that motherfucking like button, man. I'm out.